Hello, I hope you don't mind me narrating this a little bit. This is a video I took today yesterday, really, by the time I record this, but it's Friday, November 23rd at Jake's Branch Park in around Toms River, New Jersey. It's a beautiful day for a hike, beautiful clear sky, and seasonable highs around 50 degrees. So you see me, I'm walking through some of these beautiful Pine Barren areas. And don't forget to check out my other channel, Pine Power and J, for mostly the New Jersey videos I do. But I figured I would share this with you here because this is going to be a little walk and talk video where I'm going to talk about some things. But I was just out there enjoying the day, and as you'll hear me talk later, it was a struggle getting there. There was a lot of issues. Politics with transportation. Politics should never, politics and transportation, bad combination. I'll just leave it at that. So just enjoying this beautiful, beautiful day here, and just being thankful for, finally feeling better and getting my energy back and starting to get rid of this cold, but also everything in my life that has improved. I'm so thankful for. And of course, getting to the Pine Barrens because it is beautiful here. Take a walk here. You can see it's pretty at this time of the year because most of the needles have, some of them in the fall, the pines lose some needles, and you get this nice red carpet of pine needles on the ground, and it's very pretty. And you just get that combination with the pitch pines. It's really nice. As you can see here, it's that desert-like area that I love so much at Jake's Branch Park. That's sort of in the western part of it. So it's quite nice. You can see, just look at all these great shapes here. I mean, you got the young ones, and then you got the older ones, the classic ones. They're definitely a lot more interesting to look at. And it's really nice. Let me know if you like me voicing over nature videos when I do them. I might do this more and more. That's a pitch pine cone on the ground there, and you'll see I'm looking for a dragonfly. Can you notice it? How perfectly camouflaged he is. There were still dragonflies out. Here we are at the end of November. And yeah, I think I felt a few pine flies too, believe it or not. You can see a lot of beautiful, classic Jersey-style pitch pines here. And here is another image of a dragonfly right there. Can you see him? There he is. They blend in very easily. It's very hard to really, you gotta look closely, put it that way. And now I'm in the extreme western part of Jake's Branch, almost by Double Trouble State. It's really technically Double Trouble State Park, this western part here, and you can see just this beautiful, piney, desert-like area here. It's by the power lines. It's all the way in the western part. It's just a beautiful desert-like area here with just nothing but delicious shapes here. It's really really pretty. I just love this spot here. It's really nice. Just classic Pine Barrens with the sugar sand and almost nothing but pitch pines growing here. So it's really nice. And you can see it's just really nice. Just look at that beautiful blue sky. This is taken, again, this video camera is a CMOS sensor. The colors just are not, these colors are too cool. This is an issue with the CMOS sensors that I have, which is why I use this camera mostly for video and not for still photos, because the colors and daylight are just not accurate, You can see here I am walking, and I will be talking to you in the video on site, so it won't be a voiceover. I'll be joining you in just a few moments, so I'll be joining you at the next clip. We are in the Pine Barrens today on this beautiful Black Friday, where a lot of people are in the mall shopping, obsessed with materialism and stuff, but I'm out here enjoying nature. So we had a little trouble getting here.
because there were problems. We're going to talk about those problems. You know, we had a problem on the train. My train was canceled to Jamaica. You'll see that in a separate video. Train was canceled to Jamaica, and we had to wait there about 15 minutes for another train. They had one train, but it was getting crowded, and of course they have a bunch of these flyers because they're running a weekday schedule, just skipping Jamaica. Most of them on the Babylon branch, of course. They couldn't share their train with us, so yeah. And then the bus was jammed. Bus from Port Authority, the 830-319. And then we all get on the bus, the 7181, and the damn bus gets a flat tire. And they pull us. They discover the flat tire just as we were pulling out of the gate, and so we have to wait about 15 minutes for another bus. The bus was jammed, everybody's tempers were flared. And when I get on a replacement bus, I sit in a different seat, and some guy yells at me. He's like, "Oh, I was sitting there on the other bus, that's my seat." And he was cursing me out, and I'm like, "All right, you can have it." I got up and I moved. I'm like, "I didn't know we had assigned seats." That's what I said. So I don't know. You have a bunch of these New York City tourists coming out down here, unfortunately, on the bus, and well, they're rude. And around here, they call them bennies. And that's a good name for them. That's what I call them, too. Though that term will apply to any party who is obnoxious. To me, they're a benny, even if they're on Long Island. Anyway, so and we only got a bit. We left about a half hour late. We got here about 20 minutes. I mean, I got here 20 minutes later than I wanted to. It wasn't that bad of a delay, all in all. The train thing, I allowed enough time, so it didn't really affect me, you know. It's all little stuff, really. Main thing is to be thankful during this holiday, and I am thankful for a lot, and we're going to sit down and talk about that in a little bit. Oh yeah, and if you haven't figured it out, we're in the New Jersey Pine Barrens. Yeah, that's right. If I forgot to say that, obviously. If you followed the story getting here, you know I've been in New Jersey today. It's a beautiful trail. This is one of the straight north-south trails. So we got this is Jake's Branch Park, by the way. We have these yellow blazes on the trees, so it's the yellow trail. And it's only the second time I've taken it, so I know it turns off this road here and goes onto a more of a traditional type of trail. So I don't want to go too fast because I could miss the turn off. So great to see that sun. We've had so many cloudy days this fall. Alright, that's where we came from. And this is where we're going. So this is the trail. It makes the left right here. It's easy to miss, but it's pretty noticeable, I guess. But there's just a very dim sign on the tree over there. So it's one of the newer trails they put in, like within the last year or two. So I'm going to be following this back into the central part of the park where I'm going to sit down and talk to you, alright? Alright, hey, this is a T-berry, by the way. It's pretty. That's T-berry right there. Alright, back on the main Cindy Trail here. So I'll be taking this to the area, and then a couple of benches, and we'll talk. Hopefully there won't be anyone there. So we can talk about some things going on. And stuff like that. I'll tell you though, it is all about those great shapes. That's for sure. Okay, so I decided to stand up. I'll talk to you here. That way it'll be a little better. It's actually warm. It was freezing this morning, but now it's warm. I don't want to make this too long. I just wanted to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And this Thanksgiving, I am extremely thankful for being able to, live somewhere safe on Long Island, because my former town, Westbury, is now in a serious decline, even though a lot of people are not admitting it, and they just want to try to convince themselves. A lot of people that are close with the mayor of Westbury. But anyway, the pizza place there in Westbury that has been there for I don't know, for so many years. Alfredo's, that place has closed and they have sold their building. So they saw what was going on with the Westbury neighborhood, and after all these years, after so many years, and they had such great pizza too, such great garlic knots, after all these years, they are out of business and gone. And I guess they couldn't afford to relocate somewhere else on Long Island, which is a shame because they had the best sauce, the best garlic knots. What a shame. Alfredo's is going to be missed sorely, and it's just another victim of what's going on in Westbury. But I'm extremely thankful not to be in that depressing, dangerous town anymore. And I'm very thankful that I live in a safe place, in a nice apartment, in a nice town, with great transportation access, and I'm extremely thankful for that. Even though I may complain about a lot of things, I will always be thankful for that. But you know, there are subjects that have to be talked about that, you know, nobody else will talk about, obviously. The transportation, is that a fly on me? Look at that. It's a fly on me. The transportation is a serious issue across our tri-state area. It seems no matter where I go, I have problems, whether it be Nassau, whether it be Suffolk. I have some video coming up on Suffolk County too. They're doing some weird things out there, especially EBT, and I have proof of it, so I'm going to talk about that in a video. We also have to talk about, and it won't be in this video, but we have to talk more about the Hills of Southampton, this development that the developer is adamant on building out there in our Pine Barrens on Long Island. And you know, it is such a shame to see that, you know, this continued push on Long Island for these developments, and the property owner, Discovery Land Trust, says the land will not remain fallow. He basically is adamant on developing it. He doesn't care how much it affects everybody else. And this is something that really seems to be the theme of these years under our lovely, I'm going to call our President Blowhard. President Blowhard, it seems, has instilled all the rude and all the arrogant people to step up and be as bad as ever, you know, and to think of themselves and not think about how it affects anyone else. It's all about selfism. It's all about that kind of thing, and it's unfortunate to see that happen, you know. And you know, and I've complained here a lot in the past about, you know, certain kinds of people, you know, maybe people with money, maybe these, you know, white-collar professionals. Look, and I've said it again, it's all about people's attitude, not about how much money they make. And you know, if you're gonna have an attitude, a bad attitude, think that you're better than everybody just because you have money or just because of this or whatever reason, that's not right, man. You know, and you know, and I experienced a lot of that, and I had to really fight hard to live somewhere safe. You know, I think my next challenge is just going to be looking for a woman in my life. You know, it's very difficult because, again, I may have gotten out of Westbury, but I'm still living on Long Island, where most people are either these white-collar professionals or these low-class people, and it's going to be hard to find a woman I can relate to. You know, a lot of these professional women are very cute, all right? They look very cute, but how do they act? What's inside is what matters. Even if they look nice on the outside, if they're snobby on the inside, I don't want to have that. And they probably wouldn't want to be with me anyway, because they're looking for the guy with the money and all that other stuff. But anyway, I don't want to make this too long. Just hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little walk and talk here in the Pine Barrens, and I want to wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving. And if you want to see more New Jersey Pine Barrens videos, don't forget about my other channel. I think I have a video I don't know if I uploaded it yet. It's a hike I took back in October. I'll put that up in the link if I didn't already. You know, all the things going on, but I'm glad I'm finally starting to get over this cold. So again, I want to thank you for staying tuned and watching, and we're going to continue to talk about these transportation issues, the transportation inequity, the cuts to transportation, and the continued assault on our environment by everybody, it seems. It's got to stop. We've got to start looking out for one another. We've got to put the greed away. And, you know, and as far as our president goes, President Blowhard, you know, I hate to say it, I actually think he needs to be impeached. The guy is a complete disgrace. A complete disgrace. And I'm ashamed I voted for him. I'm glad I never wore any of those hats, because he is a disgrace. He went back on everything he said. The man epitomizes greed. He epitomizes a white privilege. I mean, look at his family. Look at Ivanka Trump. She's your typical snobby, preppy type. Jared Kushner. These are the people. He said, "Oh, we're going to drain the swamp." No, he actually made the swamp bigger than it's ever been. All right. So if you think that President Trump is doing a good job, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? He hasn't kept any of his promises, and I don't want to make this video about him, and I don't want to make this video about complaining. But when I see something wrong, I think it's all for the best of us. When we see something wrong going on, to talk up about it. Because again, it goes back to what I'm saying before. We are too selfish. We need to look out for one another. We need to look at all these things going wrong because they affect everybody, all right? Just because it may not affect you doesn't mean you shouldn't talk about it, all right? If it's wrong, say something about it, all right? If you see something, say something. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the Pine Barrens scenery, and there's been this little walk and talk here in the New Jersey Pine Barrens here at Jake's Branch Park. And hope you got a chance to enjoy this beautiful day. Hopefully you didn't waste it shopping. There's no reason for that. Insanity, really. The holidays are about family. They're about loving one another. They shouldn't be about buying stuff, all right? I've said that before, and I'll say it again. Anyway, take care.